Student. Now I give lecture on classification of nuclear reactor. Already we know nuclear reactor is the main component of the nuclear power plant. Already we studied about the components of nuclear reactor, what is the function of nuclear reactor, everything we studied. Now we studied about the classification of nuclear reactor. The classification of nuclear reactor can be classified into some terms we have to consider. The first one is according to the application. Based on the application, we have to classify the nuclear reactors. Second one, type of fission. We already know the fission process is taking place in the nuclear reactor only. So, according to the type of fission, we have to classify the nuclear reactors. Third one, the type of fuel used. Fuel means nuclear reactor fuel only. What are the fuels? Uranium, thorium, plutonium. These are the fuels we are used as a fuel in the nuclear reactor. So, according to the type of fuel used, we have to classify the nuclear reactor. Next classification based on the state of fuel. That means the fuel is in the whether gas state or liquid or solid. Based on the state of the fuel, we have to classify the nuclear reactors. The next classification based on the fuel cycle. The next is based on the fissile and fertile materials. Already we know about the uranium-235, plutonium, then uranium-233 is a fissile material. Fertile materials also plutonium and then uranium-233. So, based on the fissile and fertile material, you have to classify the nuclear reactor according to the arrangement of fuel and the moderator. So, the moderator is the one of the component of the nuclear reactor, and then fuel. Already where fuel is used in the nuclear reactor. Based on these two parameters, we have to classify the nuclear reactor. Then on the basis of moderator materials used. So for example, graphite is used as a moderator. So based on the material used in the moderator, we have to classify the nuclear reactor. Then power reactors in common use is the important role in the nuclear power plant. Later we detailedly studied about all the type of power reactors in common use. The next on the basis of cooling system. The next on the basis of coolant used. These are the parameters. Then based on these parameters only, we have to classify the nuclear reactor. Then, according to the applications, what are the types of nuclear reactors? First one is research and development reactors. So, these reactors are used for testing new reactor designs and research. Then production reactors converts fertile material and fissile material only. Then power reactors. These reactors are used for generation of electrical energy. So according to the applications, the nuclear reactors can be classified into three types. One is research and development reactors. Second one is the production reactors. Third one is the power reactors. Then next classification is according to the type of fission. According to the type of fission, then we classify the nuclear reactor. One is fast reactors, second one is slow reactors, third one is intermediate reactors. The first one, fast reactors, is neutron kinetic energy 1 mega electron volt or more. So based on the unit of the nuclear energy, we classified the Fast reactors, slow reactors, intermediate reactors. Second one is the slow reactors. Neutron kinetic energy is less than zero point 0.1 electron volt only. Such type of reactors is called as a slow reactors. The third one is intermediate reactors. That is, neutron kinetic energy is between 0.1 electron volt and 0.1 mega electron volt. So based on the neutron kinetic energy of the nuclear energy during nuclear fission, we have to classify the three reactors, that is fast reactors, slow reactors, intermediate reactors. The next classification according to the type of nuclear fuel used in the nuclear reactor. The first one is natural uranium reactors, the second one is enriched uranium reactors, the third one is plutonium reactors. These three fuels are used in the nuclear reactor for generating huge amount of energy released. The second one is according to the state of the fuel. According to the state of the fuel, the nuclear reactor can be classified into two types. One is solid reactors, another one is liquid reactors. Then, according to the fuel cycle, we classified into three types of reactors. One is burner reactors, another name is thermal reactor. Second one is converter reactors, third one is breeder reactors. First, what is mean by burner reactors or thermal reactors? Designed for producing heat only without any recovery of converted fertile material. Such type of reactor is known as burner reactors. Second type is converter reactors. Such type of reactors convert fertile material into fissile material different from the one initially fed into the reactor core. The reactor core is the one of the component of the nuclear reactor. Already we studied about the nuclear reactor also. The third type is breeder reactors. Such reactors convert fertile material into fissile material at a higher rate, which is smaller top one initially supplied to the reactor core. So based on the type of fuel cycle, the nuclear reactor classified into three types. One is burner reactors, second one is converter reactors, third one is breeder reactors. The next classification as per arrangement of fissile and fertile material. The first type is one region reactors, the second one is two region reactors. What is mean by one region reactors? Fissile and fertile materials are mixed. Fissile materials means what? Uranium 235. Fertile materials means that means plutonium 239 and uranium 233. These materials are mixed in one region, that is called as a one region nuclear reactors. Second one is two region reactors. The two region reactors, fissile and fertile materials are separated. That means one region is fissile material, another region is fertile material. Both materials are separated only. So this type of nuclear reactor is two region reactors. The next classification is according to the arrangement of fuel and the moderator. One is homogeneous reactors, another one is heterogeneous reactors. What is mean by homogeneous reactors? Nuclear fuel and moderator represent uniform mixture in the fluid form, including gases, liquids, and slurries. Slurries means mixture of an insoluble substances as cement, clay with liquid only. Such type of reactors are known as homogeneous reactors. Then second type is heterogeneous reactors. What is mean by heterogeneous reactors? Separate fuel rods are inserted in the moderator in some sort of regular arrangement forming, it is called as the lattice. Already you know fuel rods also is the one of the component of the nuclear reactor. So based on the type of fuel and the moderator, that is the arrangement of fuel and the moderator, the nuclear reactor can be classified into two types. One is homogeneous reactors, another one is heterogeneous reactors. The next classification on the basis of moderator materials used. So graphite reactors, heavy water reactors, ordinary water reactors, beryllium reactors, organic reactors. So graphite reactors, graphite also is used as a moderator material. Heavy water means D2O, already we studied about. Then ordinary water reactors, beryllium reactors, organic reactors. Based on the type of moderator material used in the nuclear reactor, the nuclear reactors can be classified into 5 types. The next, power reactors in common use. The first type is boiling water reactor. The shortest abbreviation is BWR. The second one is pressurized water reactors, that is PWR. The third one is gas cooled reactors. Fourth one is heavy water cooled and moderator reactors. This type is known as Kandu type only. Is a very important type of power reactors. Then next, liquid metal cooled reactors. Last one is fast feeder reactors. So based on the power reactors in common use, the nuclear reactors are classified into 6 types. One is boiling water reactors, pressurized water reactors, gas cooled reactors, heavy water cooled and moderated reactors, liquid metal cooled reactors, and fast feeder reactors. Then we detailedly studied about the power reactors in common use in the next video only. The next, on the basis of cooling system, because condenser is used in the nuclear power plant. So the cooling system also we are used in the nuclear power plant. So based on the cooling system, we classified into 2 types of nuclear reactors. One is direct reactors, another one is indirect reactors. What is mean by direct reactors? The liquid fuel circulated from the reactor to heat exchanger where steam is generated. Such type of reactor only is called as direct reactors. What is mean by indirect reactors? Coolant passed through the nuclear reactor and then through the heat exchanger for steam generation. Such type of reactors is called as indirect reactors. So based on the cooling system, the nuclear reactors can be classified into direct reactors and indirect reactors. The last classification is based on the coolant used. Here water is used as a coolant and then sodium also is used as a coolant in the nuclear power plant. So based on the coolant used in the nuclear reactor, the nuclear reactor can be classified into gas nuclear reactors, water nuclear reactors, heavy water nuclear reactors, liquid metal reactors. So based on these type of parameters, what are the parameters? Coolant used, cooling system, type of fuel, state fuel, and then what are the materials used in the moderator, and then fuel and moderator, and then applications, power reactors in the use, and then type of fuel used in the reactor, and then fissile material, fertile material. Based on these are the parameters we can classify into the nuclear reactor. Thank you student for watching this video.